Well, good morning, everyone, and happy assembly. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. This is the first ever faux shade production for an assembly, and I thought it would be better than doing a Zoom with different voices, people coming in, and we'll have some fun with this. So lots of snow this weekend. The crew's done an amazing job on campus. Our group that went up to Cape Breton got tons of snow and wonderful conditions. And I hope that you've been able to enjoy everything that our lovely winter wonderland has produced this weekend. So I know we left for the weekend feeling anxious, and I'm very pleased to report that we tested everyone on campus. We were able to stop the wave. The spike completely went from seemed like 100 kilometers per hour to zero. So yesterday we didn't have any cases when we tested students. Everyone on campus is healthy, and I'm happy to say that it looks like we've sort of got it, which is good. And the idea going forward is to maintain, to protect ourselves, and to understand really what has happened, and to look at what we've learned over the last few weeks so that we can better protect ourselves going forward. So what have we learned? The first we've learned, which is really interesting, is that all the infections have been in clusters. So clusters of friends, clusters of people on a team, a social group within a residence. Typically areas where people have been together, unmasked, or in close contact and breathing heavily, as they would, let's say, in sport like wrestling or basketball. So we've learned that masks they protect us well when we are not breathing heavily. All right. So if we're just talking to each other and that sort of thing, it's okay. But so we're going to change some things going forward, and I'll get to that in a moment. But certainly the main takeaway from that is that transmission is not happening in the classroom. So in terms of coming to school and being with your peers and learning with your teachers, that's actually a really safe place to be. We have also learned that symptoms vary. And some people, they have mild symptoms. It's just like a cold. It's very much like a flu, and they've got sort of bad headaches for a while, and there's a couple of days that are miserable, like flus can be. And there are some students who have no symptoms whatsoever, and those are rare. But we have tested some students who felt perfectly healthy and have discovered that in fact they were positive for the virus. So that tells us a couple of things. First is we have to keep unmasking. All right, we have to keep, we can't let our guard down. But the second is that we have to keep testing, and test not only if you have symptoms, but test if you don't. So we will have regular testing for the whole school, just to ensure that we catch anybody who may be carrying the virus, but not actually feel sick. Okay, so that's important. One of the things I'd like to do this coming week is I'd like to take our sports outside. It's very clear that, it is outside, it's safer to be. So, for instance, our skiers and our snowboarders, they haven't had any infections, but our basketball players and our wrestlers have. So we're going to take everybody out of the AC, or pretty much everybody, and for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, we're going to have outdoor sports. And there's tons you can do. So your coach will be in touch with you, and you may be playing ultimate frisbee, or you might be going snowshoeing, or you might be playing ball hockey, or you might be out playing snow soccer. Maybe we'll do spike ball, maybe you go sledding and just go tobogganing on Front Hill. But the idea is to go out and play. Be with your friends, but let's do it in an environment in this coming week which is going to be very healthy for everybody. And Mother Nature has given us this great playground, so let's really enjoy it for this week. So your coaches will be in touch with you for that. Excuse me, I've got a phone call. So let me just mute that for a little. and we'll just pretend that phone's not ringing. There is no playbook for the pandemic. It's not as if we can look at like the last one, which was sort of 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 5 years ago. So you know what, we've got to take the lessons we've learned already over the last few years and apply them. All right, and that way we can keep ourselves safe. And we may make mistakes, all right, and we may actually have some brilliant ideas that actually help us more than anybody else. One thing is for sure, we survived really the first 2 years of the pandemic without a single student being infected on campus. So you know what, that's brilliant, and we can be very proud of that. So Omicron, as it's hit us, we've had to learn how to live with the virus. You need to know too is that we're not the only ones. There's schools right across Canada, right across the USA, all across the world are experiencing the same thing. And how do I know this? I know this because we're in touch with educational consultants and agents around the world. And they have students in different countries and all over. And they tell us, that this, our situation is not unique. But what they also tell us is that we're handling it really, really well. And that, actually is very reassuring, feels good. In fact, the Chinese embassy is sending us a symbolic gift of some Chinese tea. And they don't send this to every school, but they do appreciate the care and the support that we are giving, to all our students, and specifically to the students who are Chinese nationals. For a country that has a zero COVID policy, as China does, for them to send us this gift is actually a tremendous compliment. So well done to all the staff and all the students, for doing what you have so far, and to be very supportive of each other in this time of challenge. So at Christmas time, I asked Santa Claus for two things. I asked for a magic wand, and I asked for a crystal ball. The magic wand, of course, so that I could magically wave it and any obstacle would immediately disappear. But the crystal ball so that I could read the future and I could make decisions in the best interest of everybody. So I didn't get the magic wand, but I did get the crystal ball. And this arrived last week. It's a little bit late, but delivery changed the way they are. Everything comes a little bit slower these days. But Santa finally delivered. And so my crystal ball says that we're going to rock it out of this wave. We've done a tremendous job so far, and I thank all of you on campus and off campus, teachers and staff, for doing so well. So to all of you, welcome. Looking forward to a great week of outdoor activity. Seeing our skiers go off to Martok, our other teams like soccer and baseball being able to go to the big facility, and hockey off to those big facilities off campus, and for the rest of us here to be out and about enjoying everything that Mother Nature has given us. So welcome and welcome back, and let's have an amazing finish to this winter term.
Hey everyone, it's Will checking in. I hope you all had an awesome break. I know I definitely did. I'm looking forward to getting back to school, seeing everybody, getting back to in-person classes. I know the junior school is in person the week that the senior school is online, so I'm glad that you guys got to do that, but I'm certainly looking forward to getting back into classes myself. I know Gabby and I are really excited to see everyone again. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to normal with, sports and traveling and all that. But just remember to, wear masks properly and also to keep some social distancing in place. But I miss you all and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Hi everybody, I hope you're all feeling well and doing okay out there wherever you are. I just wanted to chat with you guys about some conversations I've had with people lately about COVID. I feel like I've kind of had either two conversations. So on one hand, I've had some really heartfelt conversations with people who are getting really emotional and are really scared to get COVID, and they don't want to give it to people who are really at high risk and vulnerable. And then I've had some conversations with people who are like, honestly, I don't care. Like, I'm probably going to get it anyways, and I think I'll be fine if I do get it, and I just don't care. I wanted to mention that I got COVID, so here I am in the Delta isolating with all my buddies, but I wanted to say that, you know, from getting COVID, I first was close contacted, so I wore my mask everywhere. I didn't eat with anyone. I ate in my room by myself, and I hadn't seen anyone without my mask. So when I got COVID, that meant that I didn't have any close contacts because of that. So I think it's important, especially because we have so many close contacts, to be doing that in case you do get it and following the rules, which lessens the likelihood of more people getting it. And I think that the most important thing for us right now as our King's Edgell community is to be there for each other. I've had a lot of people reach out to me personally and ask if I'm feeling okay and doing well, which is really, really sweet. And, you know, it makes you feel a lot better, especially if you're worried about other people and that they might be mad at you. And I think it's even important, you know, to check in on your friends and make sure they're doing okay with all the stresses of maybe getting COVID. So yeah, my final thing for you all is to remember, like I said last time, to think beyond yourselves and keep following those rules. And if you're worried about COVID, at least if you don't have any health issues that'll make it worse for you, it's not too bad. It's probably like a bad cold, and some people don't even have any symptoms. So don't be too stressed out, and really let's all be there for each other, and hopefully we'll see each other soon in class. Love you all.
And hey, before I go, I just wanted to wish everybody a very happy new year. We are entering the year of the tiger, a year in which we celebrate bravery, wisdom, courage, energy, and one that celebrates all those who love a challenge. And that is us. We are also entering the month of February, and this is Black History Month, and it celebrates an often neglected and forgotten history of the Black people. Every day this month, we will celebrate someone whose courage, bravery, and wisdom has made them a true Black leader. I hope their stories are inspirational, and when you see them on our social media, that you will take the time to learn a little bit about someone completely awesome every single day.